What's up, guys, and welcome back to Planners and Wine. My name is Megan.
And I am Myra. Welcome back and Happy New Year.
Yes, it is officially 2022. We are recording this episode on the third day of the new year. And how's it going for you so far, Myra? We're 3 days into 2022. How is it looking?
So far it's looking great. It's the first time in I guess 2 years where I can see the future. Like I'm very hopeful and stuff. But
me too.
2021, I was just defeated from 2020, but it's seeming like this year is going to go well. Like I can feel it going really well.
I think so too. I actually just listened to an episode of the Daily podcast, and they were talking about, everything with the Omicron variant and all that. And to be honest, it kind of gave me a way brighter outlook as far as dealing with the pandemic. And, I can kind of just see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? I hope at the end of 2022, I'm not like, oh my God, forget everything I said on this year's first episode. We're still dealing with this. I hope that's not the case, but the outlook seems, better, and we are, vaxxed and waxed and boosted and all those good things. So I'm feeling pretty good about this year too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's seeming like our kids can get vaccinated here pretty soon in the coming months. So that's a relief.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I heard that probably by maybe like the second quarter of 2022, then it'll be available to the youngins. So that is definitely good news. And we are officially in season 3 of Planners and Wine. This is the first episode of season 3. How crazy is that to think about?
Oh my God, I didn't even realize I'm gonna have to change the because I keep a tracker of what episode because I always forget what episode number was that. So I could officially change the season to season 3. How insane.
So crazy. It's so crazy. It feels like we just started season 2 yesterday, and we're already in season 3, man. People don't tell you enough when you're younger how fast time starts to go by when you get older, but I guess it just kind of reminds you to, take a step back and try to soak it all in. And I feel like we're also always so worried about the future that we need to focus more on the present. And sometimes I say things like that out loud so that I can be telling myself as well, which is exactly what I'm doing. Focus on the now.
We both need to hear it, and I'm sure somebody listening needs to hear that, because I feel like even in the planner community, it's a lot of goal setting, track your goals, but when you're so busy doing that and filling in 9, 10, 11 planners for the first 3 months of the year, you forget to live in the moment. Just take in the moments. I don't know. I wish that was preached a little bit more within the community, instead of just being all these goals, stop and appreciate the small stuff, because instead of worrying about the big wins.
I totally agree. Yeah. But I'm excited. I'm excited about everything that is to come with Planners and Wine, everything that's coming with this year, and really just going to try to soak it up, and hopefully it'll just go by as slow as possible because we don't have time to be rushing through life. It's too much. It's too much.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is. And also, guys, I don't know if any of y'all are aware, but now our episodes are available on YouTube. So if you would rather see our smiling faces than just listen to us, you can tune in on YouTube. You can see my bedroom. You can see Myra's office and all that stuff. So that's exciting as well.
Yeah, that is exciting. So hey, shout out to the people over on YouTube. The YouTube videos are going to be put up a little bit later than if you listen on Spotify or on our RSS feed, period. But we are going to be there. So go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. I'll put it in the show notes as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Reality and Wine on YouTube, but we'll have a link in the show notes as well. And also we do
Planners
have
and Wine. I don't think we have a
Reality. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I said Reality and Wine. Planners and Wine. Maybe Reality and Wine will get a YouTube eventually, but not
eventually.
Not yet. But Reality and Wine does have its own podcast feed. So make sure you search Reality and Wine wherever you listen to podcasts and subscribe, because we will start having our Reality and Wine episodes go over there as well. Are we going to do any? I don't know if we talked about this. I can't remember. Are we going to still post them on the Planners and Wine feed, or like a clip on the Planners and Wine feed? Like, what are we doing? I can't remember.
Excuse me, I was going to do maybe a clip. I think what I'll do, because I know you guys are dropping another one here soon, and so is Danny and I. So I think those 2 episodes, I'll put the full ones on both feeds, and then moving forward, it'll just be a clip.
Yep. And we'll mention at the end of or in the end of the beginning of those episodes as well, to make sure you subscribe to the Reality and Wine feed, because we'll have Bachelor coverage. Me and Laura are going to be covering this next season of The Bachelor featuring Clayton. Myra and Danny are going to be covering this new season of RuPaul's Drag Race. So you're going to be getting a couple of episodes a month of Reality and Wine. So I'm really, really excited about that content that's going on over there.
Yeah, and I am writing down a reminder to create the Reality and Wine YouTube page, because we got haters. We just got our freaking Planners and Wine email. So make a note to myself.
That is so true. And it's so weird. It feels like, okay, it's been like 2 weeks since Myra and I recorded together. And it's like the last time I recorded, I was with Laura. Were you with Danny the last time you recorded, or were you with me the last time you recorded? I can't remember.
I was with Danny.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's insane. That is insane, because we did that Drag Race one after we recorded the bonus episode. So
and me and Laura, we talked about all 4 of us doing some type of mashup episode. We haven't quite ironed out the details, so we'll talk about that.
This is the first time I heard about it, so I'm like, we have to find a show that we all watch. Like, that'd be insane.
Or we were thinking, okay, so we could like give y'all like a deep dive into Bachelor world, and y'all could give us like a deep dive into like the Drag Race world.
Yeah, true.
You know,
literally it will be giving me a deep dive into Bachelor world, because Danny is already
Danny's
there.
familiar.
It's just me. But yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, I don't know. Is there a show that all 4 of us watch? What show do just me and you watch, like as far as reality TV? Yeah, because you don't watch a lot of reality TV, really.
I don't. And I do. Literally the biggest thing is Drag Race that I watch. I used to be into the VH1 ones, like Love and Hip Hop and stuff, but it just got too ridiculous.
It got too crazy. It got way too crazy. I totally agree. But yeah, guys, and also just to let y'all know, so we do have some changes coming to our Patreon. So this is a great time to go ahead and hit up the Patreon if you're interested in it. So from now on, our live podcast taping that we do every month will be open to our $10 tier as well. So if you don't know, the $10 tier is already access to the bonus episode, access to the Facebook group, and now they will get access to our monthly live show. And if you're a patron and this is your first time hearing this and you're on the $10 tier, see y'all at the next live show. I cannot wait to talk to y'all.
I'm about to start harassing y'all, because we would love to talk to y'all. And the last one we did was fun, because we just impromptu opened it up to everybody, because it was a holiday season too, so folks and it turned out really fun, so that's why we decided to add it up to the $10 tier. So and our OG people, basically, if you have access to the Facebook group, you have access to the live episodes now. So if you're an OG, like, oh, I'm not on the $10 tier, you good. If you're on Facebook, you good. But also, speaking of Patreon, I did update. They had an option to put goals on there. So cool. I put like some Patreon number goals on there. Nice. So check those out. Help us reach our goal. I'm hoping that we can, like, by the end of the year, get to 200. So
oh my gosh.
Like, almost double.
Insane.
Yeah, I would cry. I would literally cry. So please help us.
Yeah. Please help us.
And that just helps us bring you guys more content. Because that we can hire out additional work. Like, we would love to do like some social media or somebody to handle like management, and that just allows us to bring you guys more things. So if you want more Planners and Wine, that's the perfect way to help us.
Absolutely. And Myra is not going to recognize his name, but there's this guy named Nick Vial. He was the Bachelor at one point. He
Oh
has
yeah.
like a podcast. When I tell you, dude puts out maybe like 3 or 4 episodes a week. I don't know if we'll ever be able to do all that, but he like goes AF because he's obviously a full-time podcaster, and he's just like, and it was one episode I was listening to. He was talking about the finale of Michelle's season, and he was like, one of the final contestants from Michelle's season had just walked into the studio. He was like, yeah, I'm about to record with him as soon as I'm done. So I'm like, dude is literally like recording episodes back to back and stuff. Like, podcast goals, definitely
So wait,
podcast goals.
3 episodes a week about one show?
No, he has different topics. No.
Oh,
He
okay.
has
Okay.
one where he'll be covering The Bachelorette, one where it'll be like an Ask Nick, where his listeners will ask him like questions about stuff. And then he'll have another one where he'll like interview somebody or something like that. So it's 3, but all of them are like a strong like hour long. So he be going hard. He definitely be going hard with the podcasting. I guess he likes to talk a lot. Which
It's
I
almost
mean,
like morning shows. Like podcast is becoming the new morning show.
They are. Like
So
the one I mentioned earlier, the daily, it comes out every day, well, 5 days a week, and I listen to it 5 days a week. So yeah, it basically is. So I don't know. If you want Planners and Wine 5 days a week, subscribe to the Patreon.
yeah, that's the only way it's happening.
It's the only way.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no way unless this is just it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if podcast is a new wave. So shout out to our sponsor, Anchor.
Yeah, shout out.
So
to
if you want to get started the new year,
mm-hmm.
you can do that. But
yes.
But yeah, I love that how podcast is becoming the new wave. I absolutely love podcasts. I listen to it more than music at this point.
I do too. And they're just fun and easy and accessible for anybody. Tons of podcasts are available on YouTube, like ours now. So, it's no excuse not to listen all the time. So yeah. Just wanted to mention that. So Myra, now that we are in 2022, we literally spent months talking about our 2022 planners. We are like 3 days into the new year, and I'll definitely check back in another week or two to see how's it going. But 3 days in, how is it going with your 2022 planner lineup?
Well, technically, I started most of them last week because that last little bit of December they put in the 2022 planners.
Yes.
And although technically this planner I'm about to talk about is not dated, so it really didn't matter. But this Aurora Estelle planner, I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
I've been using the daily. I don't know if it's going to be replacing the Wonderland, but it's real close.
I love it. So, I love that for you.
Yeah, yes. I love that. And I'm still in my EC. I'm kind of getting a little bored with decorating it, so it hasn't been as exciting to decorate, but I mean, it gets the job done even without stickers, so
right,
that's fine. But that I was using that last year too, so no big deal on that. But and my work planner actually working out pretty well.
Good. What are you using for your work planner? Oh, AC. Okay.
Yeah, A5 horizontal.
Okay, nice. Very nice.
So far so good.
I'm loving my 2022 planners also. My Wonderland, I started using it in November, and I have been using it faithfully, which, I mean, I literally have not been able to say that about a planner in months, that I have used it faithfully, consistently, have not got tired of it, look at it regularly. I just got a brand new cover for it from Yardsmith Leathers. I believe that's their name on Instagram. So beautiful, really great quality, really great price, and they are personalized, which is awesome. You can give them all the specs and the color you want and all that good stuff. Absolutely in love with it. I just got a black Notique Croco for my work planner, so I have my Hobonichi cousin Avec in that. Absolutely perfect. Loving it. I haven't been as active in my Hobonichi weeks, but I feel like that's just because I've just been lazy. That's like my wellness planner, and I really need to get on that. So I definitely plan on using that more. But yeah, I'm just happy. If y'all can't tell, I really doubled down on the super thin paper. That's literally all my planners is the thin paper, and I just
definitely
love it.
Doubled down.
I love it. I don't know. I'm obsessed.
It's good though.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind the ghosting. I really don't. And the bleed, it doesn't bleed, but the ghosting really doesn't bother me. And I just love how smooth it is. I don't know. I like that you could fit so many pages in a small little package. It's not heavy. I feel like that's what I really love about it. So yeah, 2022 is going good with the planners so far. And I feel like a good sign of having planner piece or being close to planner piece is when you're not really looking at other planners. Like, even if you see somebody with another planner and it's working great for you, you're not really getting that little temptation of, ooh, I wonder, could that work for me? If you're like, oh, okay, great for them, let me go back to whatever I'm doing. If that's what you're going through, then you have planner piece. And I feel like I have planner piece for the first time in a really, really long time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know. I still don't believe it exists. I feel like I am at peace with what is my life right now, and my tools are working for me. So I do see other stuff. I'd be tempted, but the other one, they talking about pre-order, girl, and I'm just like, that kind of took me out of it anyway for 2022, and it's January 3rd.
Do we want to talk about that a little bit? I actually forgot about that. We could talk about it a little because it is kind of, I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you.
Fine. That's fine.
Maybe we'll talk about it in the Facebook group. Join the Patreon.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all be having some opinions. I love it.
Yes, very strong opinions, and it is a safe space to express yourself, express those opinions, and everybody just we all keep it cute, but it gets real in the Facebook group for sure. So
that's why I love it. Like, even if you have a difference of opinion, like, everybody's super respectful, and it's always a good time. Yes, if anything, it's gonna be funny.
Right, because we don't disagree about racism or basic human rights. So
yeah, for sure,
it's fine. Everything else is just really not that deep if people don't totally agree on it. I love it. Okay, so one thing we want to talk about, our girl Felicia Jarrell from Goldmine and Coco. So exciting. She has a collaboration with Target. I believe she had said on her post about it that it was already available online and the girls already snatched it up. But it will be in Target stores, I believe, within the next couple of weeks leading up to Black History Month. So yeah, make sure you look out for that. Do you know exactly what the products are? I know one was like a cup with some really beautiful drawings on it. Do you know what the other ones were by any chance? I think it was like 3 products.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's 3 products. It's the tumbler cup that you said, a calendar and a planner.
Yes.
And it's hilarious because, one, the gyms don't play. So people who love Goldmine and Coco just do not play. And then you also have the Black girls in Target Facebook group. Getting up everything. So I'm just like, hopefully, because I'm too afraid, honestly. A lot of people have been going to Targets and asking for it, because technically they have it, they just haven't put it out yet because they're not putting out the Black History Month stuff until the 9th of January.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it's in the store, well, in the back or whatever. So the girls have been asking for it, and Target people don't care if it's back there, they gonna sell it to you.
Yeah.
So, sure. But I've been too afraid. So hopefully by the time they start putting it out, I actually get something. But
I'm glad you said that date, because I was not aware of the day that it was going to be there. So I will definitely be hitting up Target on the 9th, maybe on the 8th, just to see if somebody snuck it out a little early.
Yes. You know me, I'll be there before the 9th a few times. So I'll be on the lookout. You're not in that Black girls in Target group?
I'm the only Facebook group that I frequent is ours and Cloth and Papers. I definitely need to join that. I just try to keep my Facebooking to a minimum.
Well, I mean,
I do follow Black and Target on Instagram though.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. The Facebook is worse because they post stuff and you be like, damn, I need that. So maybe
that's why you be in there all the time. That's why you be in there
exactly. Exactly. I just love, I don't know if any like Walmart, any other big box stores like Target is doing that, but they have Black owned stuff in literally every department. Like somebody went live about some Black owned grocery products, like food products. Like, I love that Target is doing that year round, not just Black History Month, but just year round.
Right. And they do it on purpose. It's not just a coincidence. Like, they are very mindful and they really try to reach out to Black owned companies and collaborate with Black owned companies and really try to do the best they can to help out us little guys who are just trying to make it. But shout out to Felicia. I mean, I feel like she is just always doing something. She always has something going on, and she is just always killing it. It's her birthday coming up soon, and she has just accomplished so much in such a small amount of time. Like, she just goes AF.
Yeah, seriously. Hopefully we can get her on soon. I believe hopefully she's at Wild. I need to ask her because like we need to talk. We just need to at least say hi to each other. Yeah.
We need to talk. I agree. I totally agree. Like, talk, lunch, dinner,
or wine, whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to her. And speaking of amazing Black women, our girl VJ at Notique just announced their Notique subscription box. It is live. It is available if you want to subscribe. We don't have a ton of details about what's going to be in the box. We got a few little sneak peeks. Like, there's this very beautiful, like, quilted leather, like looking like faux leather looking like makeup case bag. It looks like a quilted pencil case that matches it. It looks like a gold pen. I don't know if this is included. I don't know if any of this is included. This is just what is on the picture. I'm literally just describing it. And she has this cute little to-do notepad, which is actually available if you order anything from Notique, because one of these came in my last order. And how cute is this?
Oh, it's cute. It is.
Yes,
cute.
I love it. I absolutely. It literally looks like VJ. I don't know if that was intentional or what.
It does look like VJ,
but it's so freaking cute. I don't even want to use it.
It's elegant.
Yes, I love.
Like, even for you who don't like dolls on your stuff, like that doesn't even look like too dolly, I guess. So I know some people who don't like dolls, but
it's very minimal.
It looks good.
It's like a minimal doll. It's very, very beautiful. So I'm not. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a surprise type of situation to where you don't know everything that's going to be in it, but it's actually a digital and a quarterly box. So you can get the digital only subscription for $25 a month, or you can get the digital plus the quarterly box subscription, and that is $99 a quarter. Not $99 a month, $99 a quarter. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're interested. If you are a big stan of subscription boxes, I can't see the Notique one, not being fly as ever, because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I mean, it's Notique, so I'm sure it's going to be absolutely amazing. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'm so excited. We should have VJ back on too.
I know. We've talked to so many.
I know we kind of biased, but yeah, they are amazing. Both her and Felicia are absolutely amazing.
I know. It's like we want like new people, but it's kind of hard not to just want to talk to people we've already talked to that we already know is amazing.
Yeah,
it's like, what do you do? What do you do? But yeah, as far as the planner world, I mean, it's only January 3rd. There's not a lot going on right now. I'm sure, before this episode comes out, HP will have another release. Who knows? They love dropping releases like bombs all the time.
Yeah, side note, speaking of them, one of the Black artist collab planners is in Target now too. And it's just, I don't ever say anything because I don't want to like piss in anybody's Cheerios or anything. But every time I see it in that Facebook group, I'm just like, this is not a company that really supports us. But they like me, like everything Black. But yeah, we can support the artists. It's such a like double-edged sword. Like, you don't want to.
And it is a beautiful planner. It's really a beautiful. It is. If I was actually on HP, I would absolutely use that for sure. Yeah, it sucks.
It's like, I just hope that doesn't like segue people, because I know a lot of people in that group just buy stuff just because it's Black, myself included. So hopefully that's majority of people. I just don't hope. I hope it doesn't segue people more into that realm of the planner world just to be disappointed. Because obviously, if you're in a group about being Black in Target, you probably are not going to align with their values.
Probably not. But people gonna learn. They gonna learn if they want to learn.
That's what I never said.
And maybe segueing into the planner community, they'll segue on over to us. and they can listen to some Planners and Wine, and they can get easily put up on game and not have to learn the hard way about different stuff the way that we did. So that's a positive. That's definitely could be a positive.
And I love that Felicia has a planner there too. So there's another option, and you can segue on into her more products. So hopefully,
absolutely.
Yeah. So just a little side note that I'd be like rolling my eyes every time I see it. But I just you see how you could just keep scrolling on certain things. Like obviously y'all know how I feel about them. I don't have to like shit on everybody that posts that planner. Like I could just keep it moving.
Yep.
It's quite easy.
It is. Yep. Because it's really not worth your time. And the girls love jumping in folks' DMs, not ours, but other people's DMs. And it's just not worth it. It's not. Get something else to do. It's just not worth it.
It's not. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, on that note, we're going to take a quick break and we will be back with the rest of the episode. All right, guys, we are back with the rest of the episode. And shout out to any small businesses or content creators out there. If you would like to advertise with Planners and Wine, make sure you send us an email to plannersandwine@gmail.com. We would absolutely love to work with you. We would also love to get some sponsors over on Reality and Wine. So if you want to sponsor that show, just send us an email and let us know, because we would love to work with you guys.
Oh, yes. Please hit us up. We can figure some stuff out. If you want to do both, one or the other, however you want to do it.
However you want to do it. It is your world. We just living in it. Trying to get paid. Okay. Also, just so you know, we do a monthly question segment on Planners and Wine when we do our live taping with our patrons. So make sure you send your question into askpnw@gmail.com. And we would love to answer your question about literally anything. It could be about planner world, planners drama, planner lineup, real life stuff. Nothing too deep. If it's too deep, we're just gonna message you back and tell you to kindly seek therapy, because we're just not equipped to answer certain questions. But we'll try, depending on what it is. Or like I said, we'll at least let you know, Black Girls Therapy, whatever. What is that? What's the website?
It is Black. I think
Therapy for Black Girls.
Therapy for Black Girls. Yeah.
Yes, and if you're not a Black girl, we can still try to help. You get a therapist if you need it, because we're not therapists. We're just people who like to talk, and we would just love to talk to you. So
and like Mix it does not have to be that deep. I think a lot of people are thinking like, oh my God, it has to be this deep relationship level question. It doesn't. If you curious about what planner style you should use, that's cool too. It don't have to be that deep.
Yeah, it could even be questions for me and Myra. Like if you want to know what our favorite colors are, or what we like to do on the weekend, send us a question. We would love to answer that as well.
Yeah, don't have to be that deep at all.
Yeah, Myra is saying don't ask nothing personal.
It's fine. Like Max said, we will let you know if it's going to be on the show or not.
We won't just drag you. We won't drag you. Yeah, unless you ask.
We won't drag anybody.
Crazy, but we won't drag nobody. Respectful over here, but here's a topic that I have seen. It's becoming more of a controversial topic on in the planner world. Words of the year, or your word of the year. In past years, we always see a lot of people talking about words of the year, trying to influence people to help them come up with words of the year. A lot of influencers do that, companies do that. And now, really for the first time, I don't recall seeing it so much last year, but really this year, I have seen a lot of pushback to the word of the year. So let's talk about how we feel about words of the year and if we have one. So Myra, do you have a word of the year for 2022? And if so, what is it? And if you don't, why not?
I do not. I think honestly, I'd never heard of word of the year until I came in the planner community. I believe I had one back in 2020. What it was, who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't even think I remember by June 2020, honestly. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like that was just something I was doing just because everybody else was doing it, kind of thing. And I personally, I always make a playlist of the year because I love music and music speaks to me, and that's just better. And I can just curate this whole list of how I want my year to go. And I just reflect on those musics at the end of the year. And
I love that. I might do that.
yeah,
That's a really good idea.
that's just fun to me personally. And, you know, Spotify, you can create any kind of playlist. Shout out to Spotify, like hit us up. I love Spotify, but
I do
anywho,
too. Yep.
but yeah, that I started that. I think I did in 2020, but so yeah, I started in 2020. I've been doing that ever since, and that's just been better for me than the word. I just don't. I I don't know. Like I said, I just think I was just doing it because everybody else was doing it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I definitely had one last year, and like you said, it was really just because everybody else was doing this. I was like, okay, this seems cute, but obviously I didn't pay attention to it at all. I don't even really remember. It may have been consistency or something that don't match me. I can't remember.
Why the shame for yourself though?
I mean, I don't. I give myself grace. Okay, that's it. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was this year. I did think about it a little bit, and I didn't want to box myself in. And I feel like you don't have to feel boxed in by a word of the year, but I kind of felt like it wasn't gonna really help me, and it probably would have just boxed me in more so than anything. I don't know. It kind of feels very arbitrary to me. I guess if it's something that you've done and it's meaningful to you and you got it to work for you, definitely, write in, send us a DM or an email and let us know, like, how has it been able to really serve you and help you. But it just really hasn't benefited me at all, and I just didn't want to waste my time. But I love Myra's idea about having a playlist. I definitely set goals and intentions for the year, and try to reflect on those as much as possible. But I just didn't feel like I could just fit my life and what I want for my life this year into one word, maybe a phrase. Maybe I could do like a quote of the year or something like that. But a word just felt too limiting to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. I would love to hear from y'all, like, that have been doing it and it's been working for y'all. Like, let us know, because I'm sure there's just don't get it. Oh, let us know how that's been working for y'all. But yeah, I'm wondering how many more people are out there are just like, I'm just picking the word because everybody else is doing it.
I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot, to be totally honest. And you know what? I feel like people talk about the word of the year a lot, like as far as like choosing one, but I wish that more people would talk about what it means to them and why they do it. I feel like we're kind of missing a lot of the why behind the word of the year, and I feel like that would help us understand it more and help the people who are actually doing it really understand why they're doing it and know that they're not just doing it just because everybody else is doing it, but it's actually something that's meaningful to them, that's going to be really helpful to them. But yeah, I don't know. I can't get with the word of the year, girl. It's just not, at least not now. I need more information.
I want to know, for those of y'all who use it without looking at y'all Instagram, do y'all remember y'all word from the year for last year? I just want to know.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question.
Because I think a lot of people are probably not like me and not, I don't know, don't want to admit that they're probably doing it just because the rest of the community is doing it. But that's a good way to kind of figure out, like, if you don't even remember what it was last year, you're probably just doing it because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that just popped up in my mind, planner stacks. Is everybody doing that just because everybody else is doing it?
What, like showing your planner stack?
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it will planner stacks a little bit more than the words of the year, because I feel like, I mean, that's something I'm curious about. I love seeing people's like planner stack videos at the end or the beginning of a new year, just to see like what they're using, how they're using it. What I can't get with is people who have like a 10-15 planner stack. I won't ever be able to understand that. But if it's actually like a feasible and reasonable amount of planners. I'm not too mad at planner stacks, because I am interested to see what other people are using. You don't like planner stacks?
Um, I kind of felt myself feeling pressured to do some kind of reel or post because the rest of the community was doing it. So I was just curious if anybody else was out there like feeling like that. I ultimately decided not to because I'm a rebel. But and it's like, if you want to know, you can listen to podcasts too. But I would love to see like a mid-year planner stack, not like that academic like July year, because you know where all the new planners come out again, but like what you using in May,
like what you still using, like what has
yeah,
worked for you. Yeah, I get with
because
that.
I don't
I get
think a
that.
lot of these planners, and myself included, I'm not like trying to point fingers at anybody, but a lot of these planners don't last that long. So I would love to see, I think what I want out of this year from the planner community, if I can wave a magic wand or anything, is more realism, more like, what are you doing in May when the new year kind of fizzle out, and do you get stuck back into those old habits that you had in 2021 or year prior? You know what I mean? Like, just what planners are you using? What worked or what didn't work for you? And I don't feel like we see a lot of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you know what? I hope that when people do see like the planner stacks at the beginning of the year, they keep it into perspective and like don't look at somebody's planner stack and just feel like you need to run out and buy half of those planners that they got. Like, chill a minute. Maybe a few months ago by, check in with them. Maybe they'll, like Myra said, give an update on what is really working really well for them, and why it's working well for them before you go spend all your money. Because I feel like we definitely put too much importance around, oh, I have to start this planner in January and I have to see it through and end it in December. And obviously finishing a planner is a goal for some of us, but you really don't have to focus. You really should focus more on just using what works for you and focusing on what works for you. And when it's something that's not working for you anymore, being okay with just letting it go and trying something else. Like, just keeping your mind open and not putting yourself into a box like that, because I don't feel like it's healthy.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. But hopefully we can get a little bit more of that too. But let me know. I'm just like, my questions, I'm just curious if anybody out there is thinking like the way I'm thinking. Like, I'm just sharing because everybody else is sharing,
Myra is trying to shake the table, and this is only episode 1 of season 3.
You know what? That's my word and phrase of the year, shaking the table, because I'm about to just start asking y'all all the questions and make y'all think. I feel like we just need to think about what we're doing.
Yes.
Are we going along with it because the herd is, or are we trying to do something different? And it's like, if you are, that's cool too. If that's your lane, that's your lane. It's no shade if you're like, I want to share this because everybody else is. That's cool. But sometimes we need to realize what that is and not blindly do stuff. That's how we end up spending $500 every release, because we're blindly doing stuff that the masses are doing or perceiving to do. Because at the end of the day, we don't really know what everybody is doing. They just show us what they want to show us. So
right.
That's my word of the year, shaking the table.
Yes, and you know what? If I had to pick a word of the year, I would pick to be,
I ain't
or
gonna
phrase.
Remember this next month.
It's fine. I'll remind you, because I love that. That could be our phrase of the year. But another good phrase of the year, I feel like, could be about being more intentional. And I feel like over the past couple months, that's really something I've been trying to focus on, especially with my planner purchases, and not just purchasing everything that is cute or just that's working for somebody else. Like, really kind of evaluating my stack and what I'm using. And if something is not working for me, then it's fine to replace it. But if something is working fine, then, like, if it's not broken, I'm not gonna fix it. And I feel like in the past, I have done that where something has been working fine for me, and I've still been, impressed by, other people's spreads or other people's planners or whatever, and try something else. And all it does is confuse me. It doesn't help me. So
we learned that with the podcast too. Shout out to that thing that we was using.
Wait, what are you talking about?
that I can't even remember the name of it.
The podcast
non-Zoom thing.
Yeah. We were using another platform to record the podcast. We tried it a couple
terrible.
times, and it was always something. And it was like, okay, why did we switch from Zoom again? Because Zoom
was working fine,
but it wasn't broken. So why are we trying to fix it? Yeah. So we went back to the basics and came on right back to Zoom. So yeah, don't be scared to just take a step back. One thing I wanted to mention also, it actually just came to my mind. I didn't put it on the show notes. A pet peeve that I have recently just discovered. Okay. So I ordered some stuff from a sticker shop, a pretty big order from a sticker shop. I'm not going to mention the sticker shop or whatever, because I don't want to,
Oh, tell me.
I'll tell you. But yes, I made a pretty big Black Friday order from a sticker shop that is a US sticker shop, and I have still not received my stickers. That's not why I'm upset though, because I mean I'm patient. I know that the mail is crazy, and there's a lot of things that are in and out of the sticker shop's control. Well, they didn't even, okay, so I bought it on Black Friday. My stickers didn't ship until December 17th. There have been absolutely no updates on USPS's website or whatever. So I don't know if it's just sitting in a warehouse, because you know how sometimes people will print the label, but they won't have mailed it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it might be that type of situation, because there has been zero updates. And like I said, it's been since December 17th. Now it's January the 3rd. So I'm like, okay, so has she just not shipped out my order yet? Like, what's going on? And in the meantime, since Black Friday, Sis has had at least 3 different sales that I've gotten emails about. So all these sales about more and more stuff getting shipped, about more, more things being on sale or whatever. That annoyed me, because I'm like, can you finish the orders before you pick up another sale? Like, what's going on? Like, I just kind of feel like, I know, different companies probably have different opinions about this, and I'm sure shop owners might have different opinions about this, but me as a non-shop owner, I'm just looking like, if you haven't even shipped the stuff from your last sale, like, why are you doing another sale? So you can get another influx of orders that you're going to maybe prioritize the orders that you have first before you go jumping into something else. And so that kind of annoyed me, but it really wasn't a big deal. But it really started to irk me more when I have sent several different emails at this point. I've sent maybe 2 or 3 emails at this point. Zero response whatsoever.
Okay.
Like, no response.
Okay. Because I was like, I had some opinions, but now that you said that, I'm glad I just, let you finish, because it's like, I do like, it could be a situation with USPS, because I literally have gotten stuff from the Honeybee shop that still to this day probably say that it hasn't been collected. Yeah, so I know that can happen.
Yes.
But you ain't responding to emails?
You're not showing the emails. And I'm not being a Karen. Like I'm not sending like 1 email a day. It's been like several weeks at this point, because I think the first email I sent, I can't remember the exact date, but it was before the 17th. I was just like, hey, just checking on the status of this order. Nothing back. Got the shipping email. It's like, okay, cool. No update on USPS. Send another email like, hey, you know what? Now I'm thinking about, I've only sent 2 emails. I sent 1 before it shipped and 1 since it shipped. So I'm not like blowing them up or anything.
Do you remember how long it said as far as like processing time, or did they say?
I don't remember. I don't remember the process. But really, like I said, it wasn't really the fact that it hadn't shipped. It's just the fact of no responses plus the sales. It's like I don't. Yeah, I'm annoyed. I'm just annoyed. So needless to say, like I said, I'm not going to throw shade or, get anybody else to not support that shop anymore. And I just don't think that I will, because honestly, the stuff is just not worth the headache that it's coming with. Because I'm just like, the very, very least you can do is respond to an email. I'm not attacking you on Instagram or nothing like that. I literally just sent you 2 emails and I've got nothing. Like, you can say like, hey, it's shipping this week, or hey, something's going on USPS. I'm going to look into it. Like, it really is not that hard. And it's been several weeks at this point.
Yeah. I can't do nothing for you, shop, if you ain't responding to emails. I get like the flow must come in, and you have to have sales and new releases. I get that. But the no response to emails is kind of wild. Everybody wants to be like a business owner or whatever, but they don't want to take the customer service part of it seriously. Like that
Which
matters.
is just as important, because now you're losing a repeat customer. And actually, another thing that I just thought about. So, okay, I made my Black Friday order, and then they did like a mystery pack of stickers, like maybe like a few days after that. So I bought the mystery pack. I've received the mystery pack, and I haven't received my original order that I made like at least a week before that. So
wait, so the mystery pack shipped before the first order?
I have the mystery pack. I've had the mystery pack since before Christmas. So I got the mystery pack within 2 weeks of ordering it. And I don't have my Black Friday order. So, which is why I'm like, okay, girl, that's why I even like, what is going on? Did you forget about my order? Like, hi.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't have no explanation.
I just feel that's like wild. Try not to bite off more than you can chew. And that can go for a lot of different things. But I feel like, especially if you are a small shop owner, and no doubt this person is probably, running this shop by themselves. So of course I try to give them as much grace as possible. But if you can't handle things to a certain point, you just got to ask for help. Like, get some help. Like, if you need like a friend or somebody else to just man your email inbox because you're way too busy with life and whatever else to be able to handle it, then do that.
Yeah, and sometimes you even have to shut down more sales and things of that nature if you're that behind. It sounds like more likely you're not behind, this order just magically got lost, and they not trying to own up to it,
right? Then say that,
which is making the situation even worse.
It has been, exactly, because now I'm like, well, I'm about to just cancel my order. Like, you can just keep it. How about you just keep it? So yeah, that was just but like I said, guys, I never want to, mess up anybody's business. That's why I'm not gonna say whose shop or what shop it was or nothing like that. But I just, people need to give shops grace, but shops need to give customers grace too. Understand, like, obviously we're paying our hard-earned money for something we want it. And the main reason why I'm trying to stay on top of this, because I know that if I don't, I will forget about this order, and my $50 that I spent on this order will just be down the trash. You know what I'm saying? So I have to stay on top of myself too. Like, okay, I need to check in to get my stickers, because if not, I'm going to forget about it.
Yeah. Communication goes a long way. Like, yes. I feel, and especially in this community, on the grand scheme of things, there are some Karens in this community, as if in every other community, I'm sure. But if you let your customers know what's going on, or there's going to be an extra delay, majority of those people are going to be fine and just be like, send it whenever you can.
We wouldn't even be talking about this if I had received the email back. So that is facts. That is all facts for sure. But yeah, guys, if y'all have had any, frustrations with shops and you really don't know what to do, that's a great question to send in to ask Planners and Wine. So we would love to talk to you about it and get our Patreon's feedback about it, because, I feel like there can definitely be some common ground game between, the planner babes and the shop owners. It needs to be some type of middle ground that we all come to, because I just see issue after issue all the time between people who want their stuff and the shop owners who are trying their best, and some who aren't. Most of them who are, though. So yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, send us some story times. I want to hear it.
Yeah, definitely some story times too, for sure. And yeah, so guys, what a great coincidence that the day that this episode is coming out to the general public, Thursday, January the 6th, is actually the 1-year anniversary of the insane redneck Capitol insurrection. Myra, where were you when you found out about
the rednecks?
That's who they were. Where were you when you found out about the Capitol insurrection?
I was actually at problematic ass Chick-fil-A, and the only reason why I remember this is because Chuck called me frantically, like, they're at the Capitol. You need to get home now. I'm like, we live in Ohio. He's like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's going to army the people to start doing stuff in different places. So I just thought that was funny that he just thought that the rednecks basically was about to take over the country. But I mean, I get his fear, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a wild day. I was actually at home for the first part of the day when stuff first started going on. And when I tell you, I have never been so glued to CNN. Like, even when the election came up, I have never been so glued to CNN. And I like Dallas was in the other room working from home. I'm yelling at him about, babe, look at these crazy folks. Like, it was just it was wild.
It was wild.
It was so wild. And then like later in the day, I had to drive to my university campus where I'm going to grad school. And the whole drive there, I literally had CNN pulled up on my phone because I was hooked. I was tuned in. I just couldn't turn away. It was such a shit show. I really don't have another word for it. It was such a shit show. And yeah, 2021 was just on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
Ever since
6 days in. 6 days in.
So wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, mind you, y'all, I was at problematic Chick-fil-A and did not have like a TV or anything. So I didn't understand the severity of it until I got home. That's why I was like, we're in Ohio. Like, why are you tripping? But it was insane.
Yeah,
it was insane. So I get why he was thinking that way. Like, start of Civil War II, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, the news was really not playing around. Like, they were telling it like it is, and like the clips that they had. And at one point, you know, the rednecks had got super, super close to like the Congress people and stuff. It was a wild day. It was a wild, wild day. And it's so weird to me that so many people are still trying to like rewrite history like it wasn't as bad as what it actually was. I think it's actually worse. It was worse than what we think it was, actually.
Yeah, I agree. And I love, like, we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world, and that happened.
It was the ghettoest day in American history.
Yeah,
the ghettoest day.
And although I'm pretty true, second ghettoest. True. I do believe like the rest of the world clearly knows we're not the best country in the world, but we really proved that to them that day.
My thing is, there's no such thing as the best country in the world. All of that is just so subjective as to what even goes into the best. Like, obviously, America is not the worst country in the world, but America definitely has a lot of things to work on and a lot of things that other countries have been able to accomplish, you know, such as, you know, maternity leave. Other countries have seemed to have no problem getting on the same page as far as that goes, whereas Americans are still like, I don't think you need 4 weeks off of work after you have a whole child. And, you know, some countries are like, actually, you need 12 months off of work after you have a whole child. It's just, it's ghetto. It shouldn't be dependent on your job, but, you know, we could talk about that for a whole episode.
Seriously. I remember when, like, how happy I was when we wouldn't work there no more. Liberty moved it up to 16 weeks. And then later I found out that Canada had a whole year. I'm like,
and we were happy about our little measly 16 weeks. But you know what? I felt bad because I was so happy because, you know, Mason didn't come to January and they literally changed it active on January 1st of that exact year of 2018. And I feel, and like when you like, they had like a post like announcement on the website, on like the company like internal website, sometime like early in like November or December, and you could leave comments on it. And reading through the comments, there were so many people who were like, "Wow, my baby was just born in October," or "My baby's just about to be born in November or December," and it didn't apply to them. How much? Or the fact that Dallas worked there too at the time. He had just started working there in September. He didn't get it either because he hadn't been working there for a year. So I wouldn't have got it had I not been there for over a year at the time.
Oh yeah, that was the stipulations too.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't even give him unpaid leave. Like, companies are really allowed to play with people's lives. So, you know, when companies spout off about all these great benefits and they have, make sure that you read the fine print, because of course they try to talk about the big, you know, flashy points of it. They're not talking about the nitty gritty and how even the best policies or the best intention policies can still screw people over. Because I mean, that was horrible. You know how hard it was, having a brand new baby, and my husband is back at work within a week. Thankfully, he was able to work from home, but that was only part time.
Yeah,
Ghetto.
Yeah.
That's when
that whole place was ghetto. But
that was really when I started to get behind the idea that corporate life is just not my ministry, because woo. Like how can you justify that? Like, how can people who have children also, or are going to have children, or have friends who have children or whatever, like how can you justify that? Like,
you would apply to them because they can afford to be away from work months
or
on
they
end.
They have the benefit. A lot of them have the, like, the people who denied Dallas even getting unpaid leave. One of the managers, he was off work for like 3 months after his son was born. But I thought people needed to be at work. Where you at? I don't do corporate America. I can't.
We don't like corporate America.
It's so messed up. It's so messed up. Like, and it obviously is not to say I won't ever work for corporate America again, but if it's within my power, I won't, or I will only do it for a very small amount of time, because it's just not meant to benefit the little guys. It's meant to benefit the people at the top. So just like everything in America. So
yeah. Topic for another day.
Yep.
I feel like that whole job, like, really, like you said, at that point was just like, you know what, this corporate world is just not it.
We may have to do a deep dive into the corporate world, like on like a bonus episode, and get people to write in, because I can guarantee you everybody has had a horror story from some corporate job that they've had, and that's when they really learned that this country don't care. This country don't care.
It sucks you have to learn that way, but
yeah, it is. So we have 2 more things on the agenda to talk about. Let's talk about one sad thing, and we will end the podcast on a very, very high note. Rest in peace to the legendary Betty White, aka Rose Nyland, aka the last Golden Girl, aka everybody's grandma. Betty, this one hurt. This one hurt. 2020 was not gonna leave without a bang, and it definitely it left with a blow to most of us. Because I don't know nobody who don't love Betty White. I don't.
How can you not?
She was an icon.
Can you not?
Icon. Yeah. Iconic. And it's crazy because she was just on the cover of People magazine, and I think they jinxed her because the caption of it is like, Betty White is turning 100, and it just came out like last week. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
And so crazy. But I mean, we're sad to lose her, but man, she led a legendary life. And if I'm blessed to be on this earth for 99 years, I hope I can have a fraction of the impact that she had. But this one really hurt. But the Golden Girls are back together.
Although I haven't watched it, but when people like started to mention like they're all back together again, that deeply saddens me.
Yep. And you know what? I looked it up. The other 3, they died almost back to back. I think Sophia died. The actress who played Sophia, she died in, I think, 2008 or 2009. And then the actress who played Dorothy died the next year. And then the actress who played Blanche died the next year. So she outlived all of them by like 10 years. And she was the oldest one out of all of them as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. But girl, get your life and watch Golden Girls. It's only the best sitcom.
I know everybody says that.
It's so good. You will love it. You will absolutely love it. Like, sit down and watch like 3 episodes and you will get into it. I
feel like I'm gonna be even more sadder now.
That's fine. Sometimes sadness is a good thing. Sometimes you just need to be in your feelings.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Life lessons from Meg. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just do.
Yep, you just got to feel your feelings. And Betty is somebody who's definitely worth being sad about. And full disclosure, I have cried over celebrity deaths here and there. I actually didn't cry over Betty because I think the thing that makes me cry is like a tragic, unexpected, out of nowhere death from somebody who's like young, like somebody's life gets taken from them. Those things, like when Nipsey Hussle died, I wasn't even like a Nipsey Hussle fan or anything, but that
Yeah.
funeral, ooh, that was so
Because it's just
sad.
pointless.
That was so sad to me. Yes, a Memphis legend, young Dolph, he just died a couple of weeks ago, taken by gun violence, and that really hurt me. Betty is just a different type of hurt because she was 99. I mean, she lived an amazing life, longer than most people live. So I'm happy for her in the life that she lived, more so than even being sad about it. You know, I'm more sad for us than I am for her. Whereas like with Nipsey Hussle and other people, like you're just really sad for their families. Like Chadwick Boseman, that was sad. Like he had so much more life to live and things to do, you know. It just hit different when it's somebody who they're older and it's truly like their time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
The Black Panther.
I know.
I mean, I knew his family know, but it's just like it was a blow to all of us because we didn't know what he was basically suffering through.
We just watched Avengers Infinity War, and then we watched Endgame back to back, and just seeing him on the screen was just so bittersweet. It was just so bittersweet. It was like, oh my gosh, what a legend. So, 2022, please be kind to us. And I did see a post where somebody was like, maybe Betty didn't want to put a damper on as 2022. So she just wanted to leave in 2021. That kind of made me feel better too. I'm like, yeah, we would have been mad as hell at 2022 if it would have took her.
So, the whole year would have went in the trash. Yeah.
Right. So we could just leave the garbage in 2021 and start fresh and just, pray for our legends, but celebrate your legends as well. Make sure they know, how much you care about them and people in your life in general. Just make sure they know how much you care about them.
Yeah. Give folks their flowers now.
Which
flowers now.
We definitely gave Betty her flowers. Everybody knew that Betty White was that girl. Period. Everybody knew. So there was no doubt, and she knew that she was that girl. So she definitely was very, very celebrated while she was there. So that's something to be happy about as well. But on to, much lighter, more exciting news, guys. We have been bursting at the seams to talk about this. We finally
had to
go
hit
ahead
him with the text. Yeah,
we finally got to go ahead and talk about it. And I don't even, Myra, do you want to say it?
I've waited so long to say this that I don't even know how to freaking say it.
We're gonna be the podcast at Go Wild.
Main stage.
Yes, on the main stage, the first ever podcast to be on the main stage of Go Wild. That will be Myra and I, Planners and Wine. And I am bursting with excitement. I am nervous. I'm kind of scared as hell. But it's gonna be amazing. We cannot wait.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that because Taylor, I told her because she this world means nothing to her. So I told her and she was like, "Are you nervous? 1,500 people, that's a lot." And I'm like, never really thought about it. And I'm wondering this because like I absolutely love this podcast. I absolutely love Wild. I absolutely love this community. This is the first like public thing that I have done that I absolutely love. Like all the other public things I've done, I didn't truly care about.
Yeah.
And I got nervous about that. But now I'm just like, maybe to hit once we get there. But I'm just like, let's go. Like,
yeah, no, I'm excited.
Freaking amazing.
I'm more excited than I am nervous too. And I mean, I feel like this is gonna be there. Obviously, we have a level of comfortability with each other that obviously we're not gonna be by ourselves. We're just going to be doing exactly what we're doing right now, just in front of 1,500 people. And I feel like maybe if we had been doing this, like if we were going to do this maybe earlier on in the podcast, I would be more nervous. But it's like, 1,500 people a week already listen to us.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to be all at one time in in one place.
And we can see
That's
them
kind of
reacting in real
around.
time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm just trying to wrap my mind around. So yeah, I'm really excited, a little nervous, but more so excited than anything. And yeah, if any of you guys are going to go wild, we just cannot wait to meet you guys and see you all in person and, support the show. We hope you love the live show. And, shout out to Jeanette and everybody over at Go Wild because, man, this is such a crazy opportunity. And we're so excited. I just can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we said it before, like Jeanette and the Wild team, like truly poured into us and truly believed in us from the start of this show. So it is really full circle to be doing this, and we're so honored. And I can't thank y'all enough. Like this is so dope. Like I don't even have words. I'm just like I literally when we talked to them, that was us.
Pretty much. It really was.
Like we don't know what to say, but it's gonna be fun. If you guys have been thinking about coming, show up. Patreons, we got something planned for y'all. It's gonna be amazing. So let us know if you are going to be there. But yeah, if you can make the move to come. And I must say, if you can't get vaccinated and you are going to go wild, please get vaccinated. You at least have enough time to get the first 2 doses.
You do.
I know, like, you don't have enough time for the third one. If you are waiting to get the third one, get the booster. Amarion is not playing with us. He is 2-stepping on all of our necks. Like, let's protect each other, protect yourself, protect your family, the folks that you may run across in the airport as you're traveling. Like, come on, y'all.
Yes, exactly. And I really appreciate Wild taking all the precautions that they are taking, because they're requiring that people either be vaccinated or you be freshly tested. I'm not exactly sure of the timeline, but I'm sure it's probably within 24 to 48 hours. You probably have to have a negative test, something like that. Some of the big events they're going to have outdoors, just to get as much, just to be as safe as possible, which I absolutely love, and I'm super excited about. So yeah, just get vaccinated and so you can just go wild, literally, with us. Because why wouldn't you want to?
Yeah, I just have to say it. Like, if you can, like, just let's protect each other. Like, seriously, your family. Like, I'm already planning on, like, basically quarantining when I come back. Just because. And I'm fully vaccinated, boosted. I will be wearing my mask indoors. I think that's a requirement, but I was going to do it regardless. And I just want to protect everybody. The person that I sit next to on the airplane, like, because it's just what you should do as a freaking human. And I just feel like, I'm gonna say, as Americans, we just don't understand that. Like, we just need to protect each other, humankind.
Right.
And it's just thank you, Trump, for all of this commotion that we're dealing with at this point. But like, please, because I've been seeing some comments like, yeah, please. And if you don't want to do it, stay home, because they will have a live version of it. Just stay home. If you don't want to take the precautions to protect each other, stay home.
Yeah, just stay home. Stay home and tune in. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time for everyone who is there or is at home online. We're gonna have a ton of fun with you guys. And like Myra said, shout out to our patrons who will be in the building, because we are planning like a special little night out with you guys, and we will give y'all more information on that, as soon as
we get closer,
we figure stuff out, because we're kind of figuring stuff out on the back end. But oh my gosh, I'm so ready. Omarion, you will not ruin Go Wild. I am manifesting it.
Period.
Sit down somewhere. But yeah, y'all, that's the episode. This is the first episode of 2022. A lot more exciting things to come. Make sure you hit us up, send us an email to askpmw p&w@gmail.com if you want to ask us a question. If you want to just talk about Go Wild or anything else, slide into the DMs. Make sure you follow Reality and Wine on wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as on Instagram. That's all I got. Myra, did you have anything else?
No, other than to say it once again, please get vaccinated. Protect everybody, especially if you're coming to Wild, y'all. Like,
especially
for real. Because we want to have an amazing time. So I can't wait to see y'all there. I'm so excited. This is going to be huge for us. So thank you all for y'all's support, because without any of y'all, this would not be happening. So thank you.
Yep, exactly. Love you guys. We will talk to y'all next week.
Bye, guys.